How you doing? We're on to the next part of our guard series here. We're going to be talking about a bunch of the features in the guards. As you know, I started this monkey see, monkey do type guard series thing. And so here in part 3, what we're going to do is we're going to explain what I think I know of the individual guard parts at this point in time. One of the reasons for breaking these up into small segments is if they change something in the guards, I've pulled apart the different segments of the guards as I see them, and I can go back and pull down one video and insert another, and we can have a complete library that's correct. There's long-term methods of madness. These videos stays up for years at a time, and we want to be not having to redo a month's worth of work because somebody in a company somewhere had a thought. So this video is not going to be one great big smooth rambling, and I'm going to have to cut, chop, plop, so you're going to see some of this cutting in and out because each segment and setup is going to be a little more harder to do than it's been in the past. If you're not signed up for my Huawei deal, down there in the comments below, guys, down there, all right, I need you to realize you're spending too much money. You need to be signed up for that. I don't care if you're only spending $1 a week. That's 20 cents a week that goes right to my charity stuff, and I want that 20 cents. I want every penny of that 20 cents. Plus, you sign up for your kingdom, and at the end of the month, when I get the reports, I'm going to have a list of who donated the most money to charity by a kingdom. All right, so I appreciate that, and let's get started. Okay, so in our last one, we went through and we did all of our greens and blues. Okay, and this is one of the reasons is we know now that every time we go and get greens and blues, they're trash. You know, they're gonna not trash. They're gonna turn into our points. So we're gonna go in here and we got our auto disposal, the auto discharge is turned on for both greens and blues because I've gotten them all now. There's no, the stars matter, but they matter in a particular area. So we'll go over that. So free. Let me go grab some points here. Okay. How are we getting these guards? The points for this stuff, your dailies. You get some from killing threats. Okay, and this stuff is, you also get guard experience from killing threats. The threat stamina is much lower. This isn't as tasking as it used to be. For all the complaints that I'm seeing out there on this isn't as bad as it used to be. So this is another reason I started this over for new players is I'm going to do what Guns of Glory did. I'm going to throw the old thinking out, and I'm going to act like I don't know what the hell to do here, and we're just going to go through and discover blindly what's good for us. Okay. I mean, our goal here is to get to those gold cards, right? They're supposed to be the better of the cards. There might be a secret nugget or two down in the purples, but that's for a later video. So, we're going to get into combos in a couple videos here. We'll get into the combos, which is what all the guys who already have maxed out accounts, they're begging for. Wow, just tell me what to put on. Not going to do it. Okay. So, now I can go down to my guards. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at these things here. So I've got some good cards now. Now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to appoint guards. And I'm going to dismiss her so that we can look at her. Okay. Attribute bonuses. Now, the guard's cavalry damage is 2%. You know what? They changed the view, they changed the writing. Let's go here. They hot patch this son of a bitch. Some bitches changed this thing since yesterday. Okay, so one of the big things that everybody's asking is, let me get over here. You know what? Here's a good one. This guy. So, one of the things that everybody's asking is, you keep saying that the guards are working even when they're not appointed. Not every aspect of the guard is working, okay, from what I can tell. And quite frankly, some of these screens are changing daily without a patch. We did a 5.13.5 patch. I went in here, checked, set up, wrote down what I was going to write and say, and then they changed some of the graphics in there in a hot patch somewhere. What are you going to do? We're going to roll with it, all right? But I do want you guys to read some of these things. When leading a march or garrison, troop health plus 5%. Let's read that literally. If I put him in my wall, the troops in my castle are plus 5% over whatever else they've got. Okay? So if I go to appointment here, appoint the gods. Okay, we can do some comparison stuff. Okay, first let's appoint her. Appoint. And you can do the side-by-side comparison. So she's got a 28,000 rally capacity. That's now in my account. Okay. Now, where you've got some bonuses for appointing depends on the guard. And right now, it's not being cooperative. Usually, this tab here, is that the attributes tab? When the guard is appointed, your level, your level will determine, A, what this stuff is. This is like attack and defense was. This is a probability that you're going to get into these other procs down here that are going to proc. Okay? Now, whereas we used to level the stars up to get our guard stats, you don't have to do that no more. Okay? You get this guard, she's at 1 star. More stars are helpful, but more stars does not give you more stats. And the conventional wisdom, the completely untested by me in any shape, manner, or form, and I'm pulling this from Muffin, who hangs out in the rooms, and Disappointing Turtle, who hangs out in those rooms, and they talk amongst each other. Math is reproducible, so for the same reason that the viewers are like, well, show us how you do your math. No. But, you know, if you want to turn around and convince me to tell thousands and thousands and thousands of people what your math is, I'm going to reproduce it before I put my rubber stamp on the thing. That is just the way it's going to be. All right, so these effects here. After guards appointed, cavalry health 158%. Otherwise, oh, okay, and no. After guards appointed, infantry goes up 130. So I've got her all these abilities, including the rally increase, off killing threats. The getting that guard EXP. You can buy that guard EXP over in the. You can run bounties on it. Not good use of that, but quite frankly, the hero store and the bounty system has been kind of broke for a while. It's very, very dated. So let's not get too caught up on that. We know more changes are coming. They're piecemealing out a completely new game. All right, and you're just in the interim. That's why we have the Hui deal. You got 90 days. We got to the end of the year for you to get 50% extra money and be one of those guys who's got all this extra stuff because you're part of this. All right. This is the only way that I would agree to keep teaching a market while they're using the market like a live test platform, and I don't like the live test platform portion of it. So that is what it is. And it says upgrading guard. Sorry, but I'm going to cut some film in here. I'm going to show you where it says when you appoint this guard, because you've increased your star level, you now this area is going to proc 15% more often, and it's going to proc 15% more often when you appoint it, which means that when it's not appointed, it's still procking. It's just at a low rate. Okay. So we're changing our gambling percentages, and we're stacking these things. The simplistic manner in which they're trying to explain this thing is for us to go in here and say guard inventory. No, hold on here. We got to go to. Let's go in here and let's set up a formation. And they're saying, hey, send all distance. Well, never going to send all distance. All right. And then we're going to go in here. We're going to look at my distance cards. Okay. Well, right now, it used to be a building card. It's one of my better cards. So if I go all guards, I go distance. Okay. That would be my best march right now according to the Guns of Glory system. Okay. That's how a march should be built. Ignore all this other stuff. You don't need it. You wasted your time and money is what they're trying to tell you. This is becoming a number that somebody gets to go, hey, look how many of this and that I killed. I don't believe that. There's zero strategy to that, and it cannot be sitting around swapping cash back and forth. Either they have determined that the turnover rate of this game is so high that there is no way in hell they're ever going to keep a customer in the future. Okay, and that might be a mathematical calculation. I don't know yet. If that's their thinking, not good. So, hold on. I got notes here. Okay. One of the other things I want everybody to notice is, so for you new players, first of all, you're going to get these little $4.99 pack deals, which is right now not the best deal. The best deal is in the War Aid Center on, I think it'll be tonight, as a matter of fact, the daily deal. Right now we're on Troop Stream-Ups. Okay, so tomorrow, yes, we'll get, there's there's 600 for $10. That's the best deal in the game for guard banners right now. Why do you want a lot of guards? Okay, so you can go out and farm up all these thralls for free, right? Why do you want a lot of guards? That's a good question. Is it so? I turned around and said, go out and get all your free green guards and your blue guards. Well, you got to get into this gemstone. This is part of your other. So we're going to get in the treasure hunt. Okay, And I'm a little bit further down there. So you see I got some blues. And this is giving me justice scrolls. All right. Including the square ones. So this is stats that I'm getting for free. But I need a guard. And I'm going to need 2 horses. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab 1 horse guard. And I'm going to grab a cheap horse guard. See, I'm going to use my greens up. And that way I can do more of these per day. I'm going to grab my first things. And then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to grab a green guard, send it with it. I'm going to just work my way at the bottom. So I need 2 A's. Two A's again. All right. So on my dailies here, I'm earning this stuff here. Alchemy, completely different video. But you need to do your guard so that you can max this out. See, I'm going to get my 250, 250, 250. So that's 750. I'm going to be at 4,200 at the end of the day. Takes me 3 or 4 days. I'll get up to the next level. They'll give me tougher quests. We'll start getting into those gold guards. So you want to have all the guards so you can max things out because the rewards get better and better and better until we get all the alchemy stuff going. And this has just become part of the daily. But you want to be able to make sure that you can do what I just did, which is all the quests. Okay? They don't tie your guards up, which is a good thing. So there's that portion of the guards now, how guards tie into gems. And we still got guard weapons to deal with, which is just another place to stack stats. So here when we're looking at the appoint, this is the stat bonus that we're used to looking at. Guards used to be one-dimensional. Here's what they brought to them. Then they added in the second dimensional. It was like, well, these 3 guards together give you secret march cap and secret damage. Now all the guards combine to give you the same thing that we had before, just in a much bigger matrix. So it's not changed, it's expanded. Honestly, the very loud tantrum complaining of I'm too dumb to learn something new is probably going to get us something worse. You know, there's some... I get what they did here. Quite frankly, what they did was they stretched it out and they made it a little harder for the guy that spends $2,000 a month to just slap money at the problem and make it go away. Right now, the big problem they need to work on is the hack of somebody selling 6-star guards on day 1 in a new kingdom. So, see, like I got Santa sitting over here. I could get March Cap and rally capacity out of him without getting another Santa card. So, I can start working on him. Gods. Santa. Is that you, Santa? And we only got to get him like to level 25. It's not even that big of a jump. All right, so we're opening up stuff. And you see his base stuff is going up. Intelligent attribute growth rate relatively higher. Now, see, that's one that I don't get yet, so I'm going to ask the question out loud. Does anybody know what the growth rate is? So if I go in here, and I pluck save. All right. I add some intelligence. What's growing? right? Is guard XP more sparing with him? I should have watched that. You know what? I can do that now. Actually, I hit 25 with him, which I think is the sweet spot. Wrong guard. One of these over here. There we go. Santa. All right. So now I can put the Santa on. He's going to up all my base stats. And I'm going to get more rally capacity, more march capacity, more troop defense out of this. I'm going to get more of everything. And I don't have to wait for this. The stars are going to give me appointed bonuses. Okay, so getting more guards is going to make them stronger. But I can patiently wait for that. If all we're caring about is what that stat report tells me about how wonderful of a person I should feel like today, this is the way to do it. You can do it by just going out and killing freaking threats. Okay, so you don't have to go out and spend money to feel good and look good on a stat report. It's all that stuff you can't see on the stat reports that's going to determine whether or not you're winning or losing. All right, so I'm trying to separate that type of thinking just a little bit. And I'll tell you what we're goal-oriented towards, making these things stupid powerful. All right. Let's go look at, is it Inez that's got one of these? She's infantry. Okay, so there's Santa. So if I burn up a lot of guards and I open up this Santa's 5th skill, that's going to cost me money or take me an extreme amount of time. But the base health of that troop is going to go up. We're going from one end of the math formula all the way to the core, and then we're going to go multiply, 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 multiply. So if we start off with a number of 1 and we say times 2, well, then we're going to get 2, right? That's how that formula works. If we start off with the number 5 and we say times 2, we're going to get the number of 10. So that's what changing the base does. The 50% more base. So whatever the base number of that troop is, that's what we're going to be changing that base, 50% here. And there's a lot of these guards that add 40% here, 50% here, 50% here. It's a very, very powerful starting number. Okay? It's also coiner's delight. You've got to turn around a coin to get these things opened up down here. I want to draw a circle around this on film. To get that number to explode. I mean, just once you get the first one open, your marches are going to epically change in power. On the first guard you get that open on. It's going to be that important. So pick a guard, pick a style, and shoot for it. All right? You want that base number. That's where you're going to get lots of power. Don't go spreading these out trying to make this thing. If you're going to be running all distance marches at something, then up that up. For some reason, they don't have base infantry defense and health. And I don't comprehend that. It's all on the infantry attack. That seems to be an imbalance in the game, in my opinion, because right now I see no good path for defense, because I don't see a guard attribute over here that makes my castle harder to kill. And I think that would be in the infantry and health. So we're going to look at what we're modifying. We're going to train. Distance troops are stronger against infantry and weaker against cavalry. All right? So distance kills my infantry, and I've got no way to bolster my infantry up. So does that mean my cavalry are stronger against distance and weaker against infantry? Are cavalry now my defensive troop? If while we're playing a strategy game, I have to turn around and point out that what you think you know and what everybody else thinks they know, while you're watching this video, it's not the universe of Guns of Glory that watches my videos, guys. It's a very small percentage of that universe. If the universe of Guns of Glory, if you went back inside the game and told your alliance, go watch this and go sign up for the 50% deal, I'd hire a staff of engineers in here to get you the tools you're looking for. And you wouldn't have to do anything other than just tell your alliance to come join us. All right? I'm telling you, $1 a week matters. We know where we want to go here, but the time that it takes to troubleshoot this out properly for you is amazing. Because what we'd want to do is turn around and build a hit machine to where you can port in what you've got, and then we could put up a dummy target on the website that you take your stats and hit a dummy target stats, and then you can change that dummy target stats and to see how the stats change. And we'll do that based on real world hit reports. As people input those, it'll change how the machine operates. And if they go and they change the way something works, we'll see it drastically, because we'll instantly see our test machine look like it not broke, but it'll give us a different result, a result different than what we're seeing in game. And that means there's now a conflict between in game and what we know. So what do we got to do to bridge that gap of knowledge? But right now, if the conventional wisdom is send your distance troop, shouldn't my conventional wisdom be, if I want to be a tank, then I should be stacking cavalry and stacking cavalry guards, right? So I can kill the crap out of your distance when you send them at me. Is what it is. There's no proof in the pudding on that yet. So we're bringing this down in little parses and pieces. So I parsed open a couple of pieces of information here. I'm showing you that you need your guards in order to open up your free gyms. I'm showing you that you can get these stats off the guards now for free by killing threats. You know, this is a reward of activity. That's why I don't have a problem with this right now. If you've watched me for years and years now, I harp on activity will kick anybody's coin in ass any day long. I will take 100 active players in my alliance over one big coiner any day. If you show up every day and you play, you can play this game for free. I caution the people that watch me, guys. It's real easy to spot the people who've got a lot of stuff in their account. But when you try to tell everybody, I did this for free, I did that for free, I don't know. For me, it's real easy to know that you're full of crap. So let's work on our honesty. Remember, you're at home alone in a room playing this game. If you can't be honest with yourself, you're in deep, deep trouble. I appreciate it. Thank you.